What's up, dudes? Welcome back to another episode of Rhomas Men's Team. Pretty simple. We are a group of guys helping each other make progress towards each other's goals. If you're new to the channel, awesome and welcome. If you want to help support the channel and join our pro team, head over to rhomasteam.com/pro, where you can contribute to us on a donation basis. We also give you access to exclusive content, mastermind groups, etc., etc. So anyway, hope you enjoy this episode, and we'll see you on the team.
Mr. Beast, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Wes? Life is good. Life is good. It's raining. It's getting the fall is definitely here. It's like 68 degrees. Overcast skies. What's the weather like where you are?
Dude, I never thought I would say this, but when I first moved out to Southern California, almost everybody I talked to said, oh, yeah, we look forward to the rain. I never understood what they were talking about. And I could say, after 10 years now of living here, that I actually am a little jelly right now of the rain that you're getting. It's just a nice, like, ambiance and relaxation.
It is. That might be why I'm a little zonked today, too. Like, I had a heck of a weekend with, like, a new gallery location and new show opening. But also just, like, the pitter-patter of rain outside my window. It's just like, I was just like, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to lie down. When I was doing my scorecard this morning, I'm just going to lie down in bed and meditate. But I set an alarm for 30 minutes because the 10-minute meditation went into a 20-minute nap.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Yeah, I wish that's why I like going back to the East Coast for the holidays. Because I do get a chance of experiencing thunderstorms and or snowstorms. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just right at critical mass, so I can kind of get in there for a week and then get the hell out.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
get beyond a certain number of times. Yeah. So how was the exhibition, dude?
It was great. It just looks outstanding, man. And like kind of like renovated factory look with like big windows, big columns, shiny concrete floor. The work just really glows. A lot of people turned up Friday, not too many, but just enough to make it look good on Instagram, which is all I wanted. And then sold one of the big paintings on Friday, opening day, which feels fantastic. And then Saturday I did a collectors and kids thing for like those people who have to put their kids to bed on a night, like who couldn't make it. So that was fun. And the artist did some arts and crafts with the kids. There were dogs. So that was good for the gram as well. And then Sunday we just had lunch with the artist, and then she did like a one-on-one chat with like artist to artist. So one thing for the adults, one thing for the kids, and one thing for the art community. And it was, but that was like a full court press, no weekend,
Yep.
Just like, and I think I know how you feel now when you do your junket of conferences or like lectures or seminars, whatever classes, you call them. Yep. What do you call them?
Well, we call them workshops and classes.
Workshops. Yeah. And because you probably work all day and then you have to work all night in the conference format and workshop format. And so, So I'm feeling like I need to recharge.
Can I throw something out to you?
Sure.
So I never knew how to solve this for the longest time. So my gym back in Philadelphia used to have a cold plunge and a hot tub next to each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I could not up until recently find one out here in Orange County. So I want to throw it over the fence to you as a challenge for recovery, to look up like Turkish bath or maybe Swedish bath. I'm not sure, but I know there's Turkish bath. So those usually have a cold plunge and a hot tub next to each other.
I can even just fill my tub with cold water. Like that idea is filling me with dread.
Yeah. But here's the thing. It's specifically the cold and hot.
So I could have I have like a bath and then a shower. I could have like a cold bath and then run into the hot shower.
I don't know. So I've never tested that. Yeah. But I have tested just go now. To be candid, so I would always keep my feet and my hands outside of the cold water, and I would stay in there for 5 minutes because the feet and the hands just get excruciating. And then I would immediately jump into the hot tub. So I would imagine that's more beneficial than just having hot water run on top of you versus like being completely submerged in it. So if you have a chance, I'd be curious because I'm probably going to do it today or tomorrow as well because I'm like drained. I was at a conference.
And it's brutal, right? It's like
it's brutal.
It's brutal.
Depending on the temperature. So the bath at my former gym was 42 degrees. And that's probably, I'm going to assume that's relatively the norm inside of like these.
You know what? I'm running an ice cold bath right now.
Hell yeah, do it.
And god damn, dude.
Now, specifically, make sure you get the hot part as well.
Yeah. So I've got the bath here. We have a beautiful bathroom up here in the master suite. It's like, so I've got the bathtub running.
Hell yeah.
And then I've got the I'll just turn the shower on. It also has a sauna function, but so maybe I'll get that going. Yeah, so I'll get that going for the super hot.
Give it a shot. So then what I would do is minimum 3 times back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah, so minimum.
Oh, all right. But now, just like the baby step, every morning, like when I turn on the shower, I don't turn it on and wait for the temperature to hit toasty and then get in. Like I get in the shower, turn it on, and the cold water hits me. I mean, it's only about 10 seconds, 15 seconds maybe before it gets up to the desired temperature. But that is so I do this I do a daily mini version of this.
Oh, nice.
Right. Also, for a psycho like you, I've got a friend who's equally like a friend who's an art client who's equally obsessed with the science of health, and he made his fortune being born rich, but also like in the music industry. So like he's like very musically inclined, and so he created a music studio where they can do like he created a music studio for like recording commercials, recording audio,
awesome.
And he came up with jingles and stuff, and so that's how he made a ton of money. And he now is at the forefront of the healing power of sound. So like, and you picture a future, but it's not even a future, like picture a very near future where you have a, whatever you call these kind of like, some
sort of wearables,
a wearable
tech.
Where, if it feels your pulse spike because of stress, let's say, it automatically puts in like scientifically proven soothing sounds. Right. So like, so he's developing all this kind of stuff right now, and he has a cold plunge in his basement.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And then he's got this other like, light therapy, like, it looks like a flat screen TV but it's just full of tiny red light bulbs. And so, so that may be something for you to consider in the future if you're totally like, married to this, the health benefits of this stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. For anybody who's interested, Andrew Huberman has a ton of podcasts on this kind of like fundamental scientific things that move the needle for your health. I do think what I want to add to the space is a bit of practicality. So there's sort of a line. So I had this great conversation with this guy at the conference. And he actually introduced me to the Muse 2 headband. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, or Muse S. Basically, it's this wearable that will track your brain activity, tracks blood flow and your pulse, et cetera. So you can wear it during meditation. So I'm probably going to be getting that. I'll give you guys a heads up if I do. But there is a line. Like this guy, in my opinion, like crossed over the line. He started taking some things like intravenously, I think, if that's how you say it. And what I want to bring to the team is a sense of what are the fundamentals without going overboard. So but I do think hot and cold exercises are not overboard. Like everybody has access to a shower, but if you can, like Ray's doing right now, trying the bath, because it's, in my opinion, it's life-changing. I used to do it, like Jordan's saying he does it 3 times a week. Yeah, Jordan, if you can comment on there, how beneficial is it to you?
Or let's bring him up if he's available.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I know he's like, he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk.
Yeah, hot and cold therapy has just been life changing for me, and I'm so excited to bring it back into my life. I think there's a like an Asian sauna right around the corner from me, so I think they have it as well. Jordan, what's
What's
up,
up,
Beast?
Skinny?
What's up, bros? How you doing?
So tell us about your hot and cold therapy.
Man, so I think I told you guys about the gym that I go to, Embrace North. That's like that's their key thing is hot and cold plunge.
Awesome.
So they have like 8 cold tubs in the back there. They have 2 wood fire saunas, and the water is filtered in and out. Like it stays right around, probably around 40 degrees or so, 35 to 40.
35 is nuts, dude.
In the wintertime, it gets colder because they just don't use a cooling system. They just let the water freeze and break through it in the morning. So it gets very, very intense in the wintertime. But yeah, like for recovery, the cold, like the minute I get in the tub and just like sink in there and breathe into it, my legs immediately just feel better. Like everything just feels better after being in the cold tub. And then you do the hot cold round, and there's just so many benefits. I mean, even just mental clarity, having to just sit in a cold, stressful environment and not get out, like you're really like sinking into it and like trying to figure out how to just make that sensation better and just like recover your body.
What is your protocol?
So I typically, if I'm just doing a regular session, I mean, it changes a lot because now I kind of work there and know a lot more people. So my sessions change off and on now. But back in the day when I was doing 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it was at least 3 minutes in the tub, the cold water. Because I think around 2 minutes is when you get the actual benefits of it. It increases your dopamine, your there's a bunch of other science stuff that I've kind of forgotten, but the dopamine and like the benefits of my legs is what I've noticed the most. And then I'd go in the sauna for at least 15 minutes. Usually the saunas are right around 200 to 220 or so. So they stay pretty toasty. But yeah, 15, 20 minutes in the sauna, go hop in the cold again, and, do 3 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds. And then now I try to sit in the water for 5 minutes minimum. And it's such a good mental clarity exercise.
Oh, yeah.
And now actually,
I'm going to commit to 1 minute today. Okay, guys.
So I was going to say too, cold showers are a huge starting point. Like just even a cold shower in the morning. That's how I started, was just doing 2-minute cold showers. And like even that benefit is still, it makes you think about what's happening to you, right? Like you're like, holy shit, this is cold as fuck. Like this sucks. So like just being able to sink into that, it's helped me so much in my mental, like just slowing down and not being so trigger response with my anger issues or whatever. Like it's just helped so much mentally that I never even expected that benefit. But the physical benefits, yeah, I mean, they're huge. My lung capacity is better because I'm always doing breath work in the tub. Like my mental clarity is better. My muscles feel better. You can stretch in the sauna, and like it kind of acts like a giant pump. If you, I don't know, Wes, do you ever wear like a wearable to track your heart rate when you're in the cold and the hot?
I currently wear 2. I have the Apple Watch, and then I've got the Whoop strap here as well.
Nice.
But I haven't tracked it inside of a cold plunge and a hot tub.
Okay, so time out. Yep. So, Jordan, so if I keep my watch on and I dunk and just keep my watch out of the water, what should I look for on the like what's going to happen like to the pulse and all?
So when you go in the hot, it's your heart rate rises. It's it goes that way. But then when you go in the cold, it's supposed to go down. And especially if you can get into some breathing exercises, I try to do like a variation of Wim Hof when I'm in the tub. And like I've seen my heart rate go as high as like 180 in the sauna and drop down. I've gotten it down into the 40s in the cold tub. Like it's incredible to see your heart rate variability going from the sauna to the cold. It's just insane. And
can an iWatch or an Apple Watch survive the sauna, do you think?
Yeah, up to around 230 is where I see them shut off in the sauna. Okay. I have a Samsung Gear S3. It's an old generation watch, but it works like a champ. Like it survives it all. But yeah, I've seen the Apple Watches work just fine in the sauna. And I mean, I think they're waterproof, aren't they?
I think they can go to a certain depth, which you should be. I've never tested it, but you should be fine, Ray.
Right. Just like,
but I've got this leather. I got the leather Hermes strap that I'm concerned about. You know,
that's the issue. We all have to be worried about our Hermes straps,
and we all have our cross to bear. Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
just take off put on the original like sports band, whatever you got with the original package, unless you threw it.
I just threw it out. Like I just at the store I said, do you have a garbage bin? And I just like threw it out right away. And I had like a Kleenex, so I didn't have to touch it. Right? It was just like
what is bullshit?
I think the Apple Watch, I believe, only tests heart rate. I think it's like every 30 seconds or something like that. Mm-hmm. So the data might be a tiny bit skewed. I think the Whoop does it like, I don't know, like every 2 seconds or something. That's why I got the Whoop, just to test it out. So, but Ray, I think regardless, just as a heads up, and Jordan, let me know if I'm wrong on here, but I'm going to assume that, Ray, you're going to see your heart rate spike immediately when you get into the cold tub. But eventually, if you breathe through it,
goes up. Yeah.
All right, so you can see me setting up the
nice
the steam as well. Get it nice and hot in here.
Yeah, brother, that's amazing. Man, I wish I had that shit at home. Wow.
And so the bath is almost ready. I think after about another 10 minutes, we should be good. And this is maybe I should get some ice cubes and drop it in there. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Definitely. It's not going to move the needle much. I put 100 pounds of ice one time in a bathtub. That worked, like probably 40 pounds to 100 pounds. But
so just like a couple ice cubes.
If you have a little bucket of ice, then
let me see what I got. All right.
Totally.
Carry on. Give us an update, Jordan.
Hey dudes, sorry for the interruption here. Just wanted to let you know, if you want to join our pro team, go to romasteam.com/pro. You can help support the channel. You will also get access to exclusive content, masterminds, one-on-one sessions, etc. All right, back to the episode.
Actually, I just had some of the dogs on Instagram saw, but I just had my 40-mile mountain bike race on Saturday.
Oh, hell yeah, man. How was it?
Dude, what a fucking time. Like, just an incredible experience. It's changed my mindset a lot too. I've always taken mountain biking as, like, I'm not a very competitive person generally. Like, I'm not. But like after this race, I'm like, I saw my times at the end, and I was like, oh fuck, I can do better than that. And I caught myself like, I guess like getting into the ride in a sense. I was like kind of enjoying the scenery and just like the vibe of everyone around me. And I'm like, wait, I'm in a race. Like, I need to hammer down. So like I kept finding myself kind of sloughing off because I've never done a race before, Mm-hmm. And like I've just never had that race mindset to just like keep hammering. So every time I caught myself though, it was like, okay, I can do this. But 15 miles into the race, we had a downpour for about 25 minutes. And it turned the entire mountain bike course into just a big mudslide. Oh. And like, it was just gnarly as shit, but so much fun. Like, I mean, it just added a whole different level of difficulty. And, drivetrains, like the derailleurs and like the cassettes and chains, they get all bogged down with all that mud. Oh, there we go. Yeah, buddy.
Dude, what kind of ice machine do you have in your refrigerator, bro? Yeah. I was picturing Toronto, dude. That's crazy.
That's awesome.
I thought you'd have like a 12 cube tray.
Right. But yeah, the race was dope, man. It was so much fun, and now I'm ready to do even better next year.
So, okay, and if you don't mind me throwing this out to you, where are you with the sharing, with the helping people, with all that stuff? I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
So actually, this is kind of sparking more drive to that. So like I've started looking into my content more because I just want to find my content, be able to post it consistently because I'm not consistent with it.
Yep.
And now that I have some race photos, like this is really like made me want to go even deeper into the mountain bike world. I met some pros this weekend that were really cool. Like I just met a lot of really cool people doing cool shit with mountain bikes. And I think there's definitely more room for me. And there you go, Ray. Right now I'm in the process of ready to provide more content and start talking to people more.
Ray, we can you let us experience this with you? And you're on mute.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I will.
Yeah, I just told Sarah I need all the ice. And she's like, why? To do a cold plunge. And she said, what a waste of a life.
All right, so I'm going to time you. So we got 2 minutes here.
All right. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to get an iPad out with a big screen so I can see, so I don't go 2 minutes, 1 second, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. And I'm going to keep the wrist out. And, you know what? I'll take off the headphones so you can hear the yelps and screams. And, but there is sometimes feedback, right? So, so just tolerate the feedback, okay?
Breathe into it, bro. Just like elongate your exhales. Don't let it, spark those trigger reactions of fight or flight. Just sit in there, breathe into it, and don't let it affect you. Just elongate the exhale.
I'll show you the time. So you'll be all good. I promise you, I won't screw you over here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's fine, Wes. I'm going to trust but verify. I'm going to have my timer going. Okay. So when I've got 11:34, when it hits 11:35, I'm going to. So
as soon as you're down to your neck, I will start the timer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Cause yeah. Because that's fair.
And I'll have the timer go off at 1 minute and 55 seconds, just so you have 5 seconds.
Okay. So current pulse. Let's see. Current pulse is. No, I gotta get a towel.
This is awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's one of my favorite feelings.
And for some reason, Jordan, you're a little muffled. I don't know if the
current pulse is 111. Okay.
Yep. So as soon as your collarbone hits the water, I will start.
Oh.
Hey, buddy.
All right, there you go. I'm starting the timer right now. There you go.
103.
Yep.
Yeah, this could be way colder.
That's good, man.
89.
You're at 1 minute and 33 seconds left.
86. I'm shouting out my beats per minute. 85.
I gotta take a picture of this one.
80.
So when Matt came out to visit me the first time in California, the ocean out here gets ridiculously cold, especially during the winter. So he and I did a 20-minute cold plunge in there, and he literally thought he was going to die. Like, not kidding. He'll tell you about. He's like, I thought my heart was going to stop. But it was such an amazing experience.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Let's see, Ray. You are 46 seconds, buddy.
61. So my beats per minute when I started was 111. It's funny, the closer I bring my hands, they're extremely sensitive across the body.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I don't know if the guys can hear you, but yeah, for some reason we can't hear you. Maybe it's, I don't know, somehow Ray's thing's doing something weird. I'm not sure.
Wes, what's the goddamn time?
You got 12 seconds left. And you're at 5 seconds. Oh, the boy went under. Dude, I'm super jealous right now. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to. I'm going to try to find a place today.
Me too.
Now, have you ever done the cold plunge and a hot tub, or do you only do cold plunge? Try that sometime, bro.
I've never had access to it.
Yeah, I think if you look up Turkish bath or some sort of like Swedish bath, or
59.
I believe
59 is the pulse.
Great stuff, man.
Okay, let's go 2 minutes and then 2 minutes in the sauna.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Jordan, do you mind if I throw something out there to you, bud?
Yeah, definitely. Can you hear me, guys?
What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
It's super hard. It might be because of Ray's feedback on his microphone. It only started happening when he put his microphone down. I don't know though. So
Okay.
I will throw out there that most people on social media they're trying to flex, even though they try to say they're helping people, if that makes sense. So what I would challenge you to do is actually teach people along the way, like teach people what you're learning, as opposed to most people are going to put up pictures and be like, hey, I'm out here and doing my workout today or something like that, versus like, yeah, you can have the picture, but they can also have out here doing my workout, here's what I learned, 5 sets of X, Y, and Z exercise and 3 sets of this X, Y, and Z exercise helps me feel the best. Maybe it'll help you too. Like literally going into it with the lens of truly helping people. And a lot of people say that they try and help people, but they're really not. They're really trying to get the attention. And of course, like you're a human being, everybody wants attention. But putting the priority first of teaching and helping people, I think will launch you, because you already have the results.
Thanks. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. I get feedback. Translate.
Test that. Can you still hear me?
I can. Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, it's a million times better.
Oh yeah. Perfect. All right. No, that's a good point. I was thinking about that too a little bit. That's the main reason I'm going into this, to educate people. And so yeah, I want to not only show people what I'm doing, but also like what I'm doing, as in like I want to post a race day photo or whatever, but like I'm trying to figure out what caption I want to have on there to show what lessons I learned and like what I'm going to do going forward, etc.
Oh, the boy's coming back.
What do you think? Back in?
Awesome. How was it?
I mean, I wish it was colder in the tub and hotter in the sauna, to be honest. But count me down for 2 more minutes, all right, Wes?
Okay, and I'm going to mute you only because it keeps on giving feedback.
Okay.
I'll take my yeah, good. So, and dude, I think there's such benefit in forcing yourself to learn more. So, for instance, let's just say if you have a great ride, or all of a sudden you go through this mountain bike experience and then it gets muddy, like teaching people what you learned through that process. And then once you realize that you have to teach people, you have to clarify the message so much, it makes you better as well.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Thank you. Yeah. That's really what I'm trying to focus on now, especially like I said, after this race, I'm just like, everything has kind of changed, like my mindset is really kind of switched around the whole thing. So I'm like more pumped and more amped to like start sharing more stuff with people and hopefully find people that want to like see the content and learn some stuff about mountain biking, maybe get into fitness a little bit, whatever it is.
Yep.
And like, obviously the fitness piece, I want to be a component of it but mountain biking is truly what brought me into fitness. Like it's what made me want to be fit. So like the two for me have to like coincide.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So if you don't mind teaching the dudes right now, what are some of like the big things that have moved the needle for you in staying in fitness for so long? Like, is it that you have a daily routine? Is it that you found that something that you loved? Is it the mosaic of all of these things that fit together? Is it you changed your friend group, or would you change your mindset? What is it?
Yeah, man. So it's I mean, obviously it's all of that. Like, I keep thinking about the quote you said that one day, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Like that's never been truer in my entire life. And I've never seen it be more true, like in my life. Like, but I reflected in the past, I'm like, holy shit, like I really was hanging out with people who weren't pushing me forward and weren't, wanting me to be better.
Ray, you're good. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. But yeah, so finding a community of people, I mean, the dogs is great. I mean, this whole group is phenomenal. Like it's a good start, especially if you don't have friends in your life. I know a lot of us have struggled with people who just want to drink a lot, do drugs or whatever, which is, I don't care what anyone does, do your thing. But for me, that's not what I'm focused on anymore. And so finding people that want to focus on the same things as you, that's a huge piece of it. Once I met some of my more outdoorsy friends, like my fitness level just went up even more because I was just outside all the time. Like it wasn't even that I was like necessarily doing stuff, which I still was, but I was just being active constantly. And so finding a community of people to help you stay active is super important. Hell yeah, Ray, killing it. And then like, yeah, a routine is key. Finding time to make that workout, like even 30 minutes a day, you know, like I think they say it's like, was it 12 minutes of like heart raising activity is enough to like give you some benefit as long as you do that every day. I think it's like 12 or 15 minutes
I've
or
heard
something
similar. Yeah, it's a small period of time.
Yeah, it's not super long. So if you can work out for 15 minutes at a high, you know, heart rate, I mean, you're killing it. So if you do 30 minutes to an hour every day, you know, you're just even in better shape. You know, you just have to get your heart going. And like, that's what I found was huge, is just like pushing that heart rate more and more and more and seeing what your body is actually capable of. And like, you know, lots of these dogs, I mean, they're all fucking killing it in the gym. Like they know what it is to push their muscles and stuff, but it is, now it's been, in October, it'll be 4 years since I cut the weight off.
Hell yeah, man.
And it's just, yeah, it's finding a routine, finding that consistency and seeing what works for you. Cause not everything works for everybody, right? Like, I mean, everybody's body is so different. Like we all process things differently. Activities affect you different ways. Like nothing is for everyone, but once you find what's for you, like I found cycling and it's what makes me want to be in shape. It helps me be in shape. And my family has a history of bad knees. And cycling doesn't really do a lot of damage to your knees. So it's perfect to just have hopefully a lot of longevity now and just keep biking until I die, you know?
Hell yeah.
So that's been the biggest key, is finding, you know, what drives you, what you want to do all the time, and finding people that want to do those things with you.
Oh yeah. No, I think you're 100% correct. Have you ever heard of like mitochondrial development? It's something I'm just starting to get into. Rich Roll talks a lot about it on his podcast, but basically, and I'm going to butcher this, and Kaizen, I have a feeling that you may have stumbled across this somewhere in your curiosity journey. So Kaizen, please chime in if you've heard of this. But basically, doing zone 2 training. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
So if you Google zone 2 training, it's something that a lot of marathon runners do apparently, or like, you know, super marathon runners do. And it's almost the opposite of what a lot of us men think. It's basically almost very slowly training your cardiovascular system. So basically my understanding is almost a light jog to the point where you bring your heart rate up to, I think, roughly 80% of its max. So you can still basically have a conversation, but then doing that for a very long period of time. So not only like per exercise and then over a long duration. So for instance, doing zone 2 training for 2 hours a day for 2 years or a year. And I'm massively oversimplifying it because I'm very ignorant when it comes to this, because I just start learning about it. But apparently this is some of the secret sauce that some of these ultra marathon runners use, which is this zone 2 training. So they very rarely, if ever, push their red line. It seems like leading up to the ultra marathon, it's just bit by bit, almost like a slow jog. And again, I'm not doing it justice, but I was curious if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, I actually haven't. I pulled up a page. I'm going to look into this a little bit later. It looks quite specific. It looks it's a little similar to HIIT, but it doesn't look like you're amping your heart rate as much. Yeah, I'll have to look into this. That's really cool, though. That seems interesting.
Yeah, and I think going into some of these things with an open mind, and because I used to always just go into exercises, like the more dramatic and the more intense it seemed, the better it was.
Right.
Versus going into with the opposite of like, okay, well, let me consider yoga, let me consider Pilates, let me consider zone 2 training, all these different types of things. Because what I'm in it for, and I assume you are the same, is not only the intensity, like the engagement, but the duration, the sustainability of I want to do this for the rest of my life. Have you found something similar?
In the sense of like what training I do, or? Well,
in the sense that you probably want to cross-pollinate your exercises with, can I also do this for the rest of my life? Like, I don't want to be just a broken heap of bone and flesh when I'm 65. I want to be able to work out till I'm 100.
Right. That's why I love functional workouts so much. Just, you know, doing things that the body is meant to do. Ray, how you feeling?
Yeah, how you feeling, brother?
Outstanding, brother.
You
Outstanding.
look outstanding.
This is why he's called the Godfather, dude.
Oh, oh my god. Yeah, dude, that shook off the cobwebs in absolutely no time, guys. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Yeah, buddy. I
Oh
love
my
that.
god.
That was fun.
Yeah, I need to find a place to do it repeatedly, a couple times a week. I wish more gyms offered it around here, but they don't. They do have. Joe Rogan talks about. I forget what the tub is called, but they sell cold plunges and hot tubs, and it can go down to like something crazy, and it moves the water around. I forget what it's called, but they're legit.
Yeah.
They're like $5,000 a piece.
Of course. Circulating the water is huge because your body creates that little membrane when you sit still. Like it creates that membrane and like keeps your body warmer. So if you keep moving your limbs, the water stays colder because it's not able to create that little like layer of protection around your body.
Yeah, I think there's like a sheath, like a heat sheath that it puts around your body. And this is why I was so curious why the movement has gone to more sauna-based rather than water-based, because from my understanding, water transmits temperature way more efficiently than gas, which is why I think like those cryotherapy, boutiques have kind of gone out of vogue, in my opinion, because cold plunges.
You don't hear about that much anymore.
Exactly. And I believe it's because
Cold
plunges
sculpting or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's because cold plunges, in my opinion, are far superior. But it's kind of the same thing on the reverse side of the heat. So I'm curious why hot plunges haven't taken more ground relative to saunas, but I don't know.
That is interesting. I guess I've actually never done a hot tub with the cold tub. It's always been sauna.
Yeah, if you have a chance, man, give it a try.
Definitely.
So Ray, give us some feedback. What's the experience like?
It's wild, man. I feel like for some reason I feel like when I step in the shower in the morning and I just hit the water, which is by default cold and then warms up, that is a shock to this. It feels like that's a greater shock to the system. This, so like I could handle this, you know? Now this wasn't a Jordan level deep plunge, right? With the ice crystals forming on the water surface or whatever. But it was, it was great, dude. It was great. I'm kind of like tripping right now. So I don't have words, but it absolutely woke me up like better than a coffee could. Like, and not just like, and it like it's a kind of holistic waking up, right? It's like I feel alert. There's that dopamine or serotonin or something going on where I'm kind of like feeling optimistic or proud of myself or confident or something.
There's a big dopamine release after you do cold and hot.
Yeah.
Cold therapy increases your dopamine by like something like 400% after like 2 minutes.
So I'm feeling that. I'm feeling like that, like first sip of beer, first two sips of beer kind of feeling, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then what you just said was like, how do you? I mean, you were on a different subject, but how do you do this how do you do workout in a sustainable way that you can do it for the rest of your life? And I mean, I say this every time, but it's like the scorecard, you know, it is like, it's only 10 minutes of meditation. It's only 10 minutes of movement. And so that kind of robs people of the excuse of, oh, I don't have time.
Yes.
You know, and then it's just movement. Like it doesn't have to be like dumbbell or like whatever with the bar and the large ones and the, you know, deadlifting, I think. Right.
Yeah. The bar and the large ones. Love it. Yeah. The 45-pound plates. No, you're 100% right. Well,
so I think it's just the scorecard has everything we need, and how to make it sustainable is just not to overdo it.
Yeah, and I think one of the topics, the themes of today, is how do you recover properly? Because Ray just went through an art gallery exhibition, like a whole event for his business. I've done similar things in the past. Yeah. And oftentimes, as men, we don't think about that. We don't think about the adrenaline spikes that we get from a healthy anxiety of, I'm about to go on stage. I'm about to do this new thing. I'm about to do whatever. I'm about to go to a mountain bike event.
And realistically, it's like, you know what it's the 2 weeks before of the art being delayed at the border. will anybody? It's the anxiety. Will anybody show up? Will I be prepared? Will I let down the artist? And you know what I mean. So it's like that. You're talking about adrenaline. There's also that cortisol, maybe. That's just flowing
Probably.
for 2 weeks. And so I'm not just recovering from a day or two, right? I'm recovering from like the pushing the boulder up the mountain.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks.
Exactly. So when you feel like that, and there's a tendency, like when I grew up in Philadelphia, you just always showed up to work no matter what, no matter how you felt and so on. And what you think is a good motto to live in life, but it totally discounted the idea of you do need recovery.
Yeah.
So and recovery should not look like something like, oh, I just sit down and I knock back 6
Yeah,
meters.
I don't want to take a week holiday because, like, in my particular selfish case, like the opening was a success, but the art is up for 6 weeks, and I need to sprint for 6 weeks to sell this stuff. So the recovery has to be, it can't throw me off my my rhythm.
Yeah. So I think what I need to do is get more accountable to meditating. So I'm going to throw up there, get back on the live meditations and have whoever wants to participate, for 10, 20 minutes a day. Ray, I don't know if you want to lead one too.
Absolutely.
But I need it for my own accountability. So I want to start doing that. So give me a couple days. By Friday, I'll have a commitment to you guys. So it'll look like every single day, Monday through Friday, I'll go on a live session, and it's just to where we all just shut up. Just 10 or 20 minutes. I got to decide on that. 10, 15 or 20 minutes of pure meditation, whatever kind of meditation you want to do. But it's just like going to a meditation gym, Another thing, I've just got this Whoop strap. And I would say, because I was a little skeptical, because a lot of influencers out there are like recommending it. I wasn't skeptical, but I wasn't sure how it would work. Because I already
you saw some booty model wellness junkie on Instagram with wearing
100%.
it. Yeah, I got
100%
you,
right.
I got you.
But dude, I can say it has changed. I've been wearing it for, I think, roughly a week. And dude, the thing that changed most for me is, I don't know if you can see on here, but this number, it shows the one number that's changed my life so far in the week is it tells me if I'm going to wake up at, let's say, 6:35 a.m., what time I need to get to bed. And for some, I've been wearing an Apple Watch for years now, and I've always just focused on getting 8 hours. And for some reason, that little piece of connective tissue saying, okay, if you want to wake up at 6:35 a.m. and you want to recover the most, get to bed by 10:16 p.m. And that will mean your body has to be in bed for 8 hours and 19 minutes. Dude, that number has really helped me over the last week. And it seems so small, almost to the point where I haven't even paid attention to other numbers on this app. I'm sure there's a bunch of outstanding stuff, but that number the most. And I've never gotten that from the Apple Watch. Now, for those of you who have Apple Watch, maybe there's a way of doing it. Maybe there's an app that does show you that. There probably is, in fact. But I can tell you, this has changed my life.
This works for you.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's not about, we're not a device review show. Like, it's just whatever works for you. Like the good plan you follow is better than the great plan you don't.
Yep, exactly.
Right? And the same goes for apps and wearables.
Yeah. So I will keep on testing this for you guys, let you know how I like it. But right now I'm looking like a goober. I'm wearing two wearables on each wrist. And when I wear a short sleeve shirt, I feel like such a douchebag. But anyway, so this stuff is helping me. Any other things you guys do? Oh, the other thing, I didn't go too deep into it, but I will likely be purchasing, it's called the Muse strap. Jordan, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. But now it's on the pricier side, so I think it's like $275 to $350 if you get like the more sophisticated version. But it's this wearable you put on your forehead. It's a band that goes around your head, and it tracks basically some sort of brain activity, I think through blood flow, and it does it through like light sensors. And it comes with this app. So anytime your brain goes into a calm state, the app that starts out as rain, almost like a thunderstorm, calms down to birds chirping. So you learn through repetition how to get your brain back into a calm state. I'm way oversimplifying, but I talked to this guy over the weekend about it, and he swears by it. So what he does is he puts that strap on, and then he goes into the cold plunge to see how quickly he can get to the bird chirping. So if you guys think it'll be helpful, I will buy it and I will test it to see if it helps. But I have wanted ways of testing my mental abilities through meditation. So I'll let you guys know how it goes if I buy it.
That sounds sick.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, well, it sounds super cool. Like that's something I never even thought about being able to track.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There is another one called, I forget what it's called, but where it tracks strictly prefrontal cortical activity. So that's purely about focus. I might get that one too, but I think that one's like $600. So it'll be all in $1,000. I'm going to test the Muse 2 first, and I will let you guys know. I'm not going to commit to it yet because I'm going to do some more research. But I'll let you guys know by Friday if I'll purchase it, and then I'll also let you guys know by Friday if Ray and I can get up a daily meditation group exercise, like group meditation gym. Because
Well, we have the
scorecard meeting.
Zoom. Yeah, no, and then we have a daily Zoom, which I believe is at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that might be 2:30 your time in California. Yep. So, I mean, if that time still works for you, we can just recommit to showing up to that, or you let me know.
Yeah, let me recommit to it. I got to shuffle the schedule around because now, not to sound bougie about it, but my assistant manages my entire schedule. So I have to talk with her to see if I would conflict with anything. But I will commit to one time per day with the group. Anybody can join. And if nobody steps up and nobody wants to join, no sweat at all. But I will be on there consistently because honestly, dude, the amount of times where I notice myself and where I talk to other men and women, I almost find myself completely coming back to two answers: sleep and meditation. Mm-hmm. And like that will clear your brain to do the rest of the stuff. But if you don't get sound sleep and you don't get sound emotionally, it's like good luck with executing everything else. It's just not possible. So meditation, I think I'm golden right now on sleep, so I need to test the meditation with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm down to hop on that with you.
Yeah, and then the nice thing is it's like the scorecard. If it doesn't matter if one person shows up or 40 people show up, you're going to get the same benefit, Wes.
Yep, 100%. All right,
and,
dudes.
Okay, can I make a suggestion for Friday?
Yeah.
Let's wrap up our discussion of the art of war, the war of art, rather. And then there's only about 40 pages left in the book, so it wouldn't take long to wrap that up. And then I want us to attack personal budgeting at some point.
Hell yeah.
Just for selfish reasons. That's something I need to master.
Bang.
Let's do it. Yeah, and we can maybe do a little challenge. I need to get back on my saving game as well.
Yeah.
I just spent $7,000 on a camera, and I'm trying to get my social media game up. So eventually, Ray, I'll talk to you, and Jordan, I'll talk to you about it too. But setting up a whole system here. So anyway, love you, dudes. Have a great week.
Thank you, Wes.
Let me know if you need me, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
I'll be on the patio if you need me. All right, boys?
All right. Later, dudes.